Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. On the court right now for Montreal, we've got JaVale McGee, and it's Carrington in at the one. Cephalosha, no good. Here's Carrington for three. Sinks it from distance.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Pass to Hield. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
Anytime Hield shoots it inside the line, you just assume it's going in.
Here's Carrington. And Montreal hits again from deep.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Here's May. Hield for three. It's hauled in by Carrington. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Back to Johnson. The three. And Montreal hits again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Carrington. 4-3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high-percentage shots.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He stressed with his guys how important defense is at this point of the game, saying, quote, it's Got to come down to stops, fellas. We know how good our offense is. Now I need you to communicate and be up out there.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
There's the quick hands from Hill. Saw the defender closing in, then pulled the trigger.
From deep. And Montreal hits again from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Shot's good by Carrington.
3 points.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Montreal?
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Here's Carrington. Off target with the three. Here's Edwards. Another shot. And it's good on the lay-in.
Edwards flexing on them now. Bully ball inside.
And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Shot's good by Carrington.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
And, you know, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
Here's May. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And, guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Pass to Cephalosha. Rebound Montreal. Here's Carrington. From the arc. And Montreal hits again from deep.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Montreal with the W. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Please get home safely.
Tip-off goes to Montreal. Here's Lou. Pass to McDaniel. Right wing. Here's E. And that one's on target from the wing.
Nice dish from McDaniel there. Good job recognizing one of his teammates was open for a clean look.
Here's Thibault. Here's Black. On the wing, Johnson. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to E. Here's Lou. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Black. Idle for 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Memphis ball. And it's Johnson penetrating. Out of bounds. Montreal takes possession. And so it's Montreal now. 4-point game. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Memphis ball. Pass to Black. Fires from deep. Rebounded by E.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The shot from 20 feet away. The offensive rebound. Memphis foul.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Donovan Clingan at the line for 1.
Free throw good. Clingan. Here's Black. On the wing, Johnson. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Montreal. Here's Lou. Pass to McDaniel. Some nice passing by Montreal here. A nice shot by E. E's got his second bucket.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Black. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Kicks it out to Johnson. There's 57 seconds left here in the first half. A nice shot by Black.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Memphis ball.
Substitution for Memphis. Lowry Markkanen.
.46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Memphis leading by 4. Pass to Black. Johnson in the corner. Here's Black. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. Black's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Memphis. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Memphis ball. 24 seconds left in the first half. Johnson outside. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Here's Black. He gets it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
The second quarter with the
clock
score.
runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
17.
Memphis leads by 10. And
7.
we'll be back with you right after this. Pass to Johnson.
A.J. Johnson.
That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Montreal. It's a 13-point game. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Memphis with the ball. Pass to Johnson.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Here's Lou.
Tyronn Lue.
Johnson left side.
A.J. Johnson.
Here's Lou. Pass to McDaniel. Now E.
Jianlian.
Here's Black. Outside, Perkins. On the wing, Johnson.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Lou. Pass to Klingon.
Donovan Klingon.
Memphis with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Donovan Klingon. First personal foul. First team foul.
And that one misses.
At the line for two, Kendrick Perkins.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Lou. Pippen with it. Outside Williams.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Xavier McDaniel.
To the wing right side.
Baylor Shetterman.
And here's Walker. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Memphis ball.
Here's Shireman. Now Klingon. Pass to Lou. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Memphis ball.
Memphis with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Here's Shireman. to E. Down low.
Tyronn Lue.
And it's blocked. The kick out to Williams. Back to Pippen. Memphis moving that ball around.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Rodman with the block.
Doesn't have the biggest frame, but tons of effort from Rodman on that block shot.
Over in the corner, Williams. Clinging with it. Left side, Walker. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Memphis ball.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Pass to Pippen. Here's LaFrance.
Big basket by Rafe LaFrance.
Now here's Walker. Here's Lue.
Tyronn Lue.
And here is Williams. Pass to Rodman. Here's Shireman. Here's Lue. Now here's Walker.
Montreal foul call. Darryl Walker. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Williams. To the middle.
Big basket by Rafe LaFrance. The assist by Jason.
And here's Montreal. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Klingon. Now E.
Memphis.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's McDaniel. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Memphis ball.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Memphis with the ball. Pass to Shireman. Here's McDaniel. Now E. Defended by Rodman.
E. Jianliang.
Here's Williams. Double team on Williams. Here's Shireman.
Baylor Shireman.
And so it's Montreal now. Pass to McDaniel.
Xavier McDaniel. Assist goes to
Here's Williams.
Tyronn Lue.
Here's Shireman. Now E. Clinging with it.
Donovan Clingan.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Shireman. Outside Pippen.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
E. Jianliang.
And here is Williams. To the inside.
Baylor Shireman.
And here's Montreal. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Lou.
Tyronn Lue.
Here's Williams. And here's Pippen.
Taylor Shireman.
Now Walker. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Memphis ball.
Here's Shireman. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge.
Here we go.
They've got Sabonis. Durant is out there with Jaren Jackson. That's Hill, and it's Jones in at the point guard. Moncrief the pass to Hill. Fires for three. It's good from long range. Hill's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Montreal.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball, because that really will help his confidence.
KD's shot is off. Hill left side. The three. And another three for Montreal.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Montreal foul. Sidney Moncrief. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, KD. Left side, Jackson. Tries from 10, and it's denied. Hill against Hill. A three ball. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And it's Hill penetrating. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and two shots coming up.
Grant Hill showing you he can get physical when he has to, absorbing that contact, actually seeking it out to draw the foul.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Hill.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Moncrief dishes to E. The three from Hill. Drills the three-pointer. Hill's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Now E. After Grant Hill's three-pointer that didn't go. Hill, no good. KD against Moncrief. Hill passes to Jackson. Now here's Jones. He's guarded by Hill. That one's good, and the Montreal lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Hill.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball, because that really will help his confidence.
And the basket by Hill.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
And as soon as they splashed that bomb, the air just went right out of the building. Total deflation.
That one good for two. Hill's got the lead up to 9 now for Montreal. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Montreal.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thank you, David. Good on the first, and that brings them within 8.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
It's Hill on the wing. Jacks up a 3, and another 3 for Montreal.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And it's sent back by Hill. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Knocks down the 3 ball.
3 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
For the 3. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates. Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Now here's Durant. He's guarded close. Count that one.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. .43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And it's blocked. And they get it back. Jackson. Sabonis, the pass to Hill. And another shot. And it's Moncrief with the rebound. It's Hill, top the key. This one for 3. Sinks the triple.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And the basket by Hill.
Tell you what, good luck trying to stop Hill inside. I mean, once he's this deep, the defense is done.
And here's Hill for 3. And another 3 from Montreal.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
So we see Montreal get the win.
A big thank you to all you fans who made it
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. On the court right now for Montreal, we've got Davis, and it's McDaniel in at the small forward position.
How about that dish by Schroeder? Always a good idea to get it to the open man. That's just good basketball.
Now here's Porter, out to the wing. Hill for three. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Hill's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Eden passes to Schroeder. Fires the three. Rebound Montreal.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Cutting into this lead, they're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Anthony misses. Here's McDaniel. He's covered by Aldridge. Porter from outside. They get the rebound. The three. Pass to McDaniel. Now here's Porter, covered by Schroeder. And it's Porter, that time on the assist by Hill.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Ahead. Back to Hill. Fires for three. Aldridge pulls down the board. Here's Aguirre. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Aguirre's got his first points in this one.
He certainly is not the tallest forward in the league, but Aguirre carves out space in there, knows how to use that ample lower body, and he's highly skilled.
Now here's Hill. Connects from downtown.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Porter finds Hill. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Hill's got 11 points here in the second half.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Home team.
T-shirt time!
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
I'm telling you, the added pressure of the road really brings out the best in him. You can tell he enjoyed playing so well in front of an unfriendly crowd. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Anthony. Unloads. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Left side Hill. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Anthony with a bucket.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
There's Davis with the three. Hits the three-pointer.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Eaton's shot is good.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Here's Porter. Outside, Hill. Over Anthony. Hill can't connect.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Anthony with a bucket.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
There's the block. And so it's Montreal with the W. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. So long, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Tip-off goes to Montreal. On the court right now for Montreal, McDaniel is out there with Duncan. Then it's Porter. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Roy at the 2.
They trust Roy at the arc because he's pretty selective. He takes the shots he believes he can make.
From deep. And another 3 for Montreal.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
White the pass to Jackson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. On the wing, Brandon Roy. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Bridges shot, good.
The top 2 things Bridges does well, defend and hit jumpers off the catch.
Here's Roy. Almost, but it rolls out.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
White, wide open, he fires. That 3 off the mark. And here's Montreal. 4-point game. It's Roy on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Hits the 3-point bomb.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Montreal.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
A nice shot by Roy.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And there's the call on Roy. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Roy's gone a nice 5 of 6 shooting from the field. Going by Roy. And Roy with a clear path to the hoop. And another 3 for Montreal.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. It's Porter outside. And another 3 for Montreal.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for Montreal. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And it's Drummond missing. Outside Roy. Porter kicks to Roy. From the arc. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 5 assists in the game.
He just makes scoring look so effortless. It's why you love watching Roy play the game.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Brandon Roy.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Now, here's Roy. And another 3 for Montreal.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
Montreal opposition had no answer for them. The way they attacked them relentlessly was so impressive, man. That was a good win.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
Both free throws good from Jackson. And, Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
And here is Bridges. Brandon Roy getting his 3 to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Roy. Sinks the three-pointer.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
Here's Jackson. No good again that time. On the wing, Brandon Roy fires the 3, and another 3 for Montreal.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And Bridges with the block. So we see Montreal get the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For great... Tip-off goes to Montreal. Here's Lou. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Here's Jupp. And a missed layup.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
And that one is good from E.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Zachary Rizachet.
And that one's good, Rizachet.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Brooklyn foul.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Personal foul.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Here's Lou. And he banks in the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And the dunk by Rizachet.
Assisted by.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Walker in the corner. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Brooklyn. Now into the lineup for Brooklyn. Grant Hill.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. And the layup's good off the glass.
And the court vision of LeBron is something special. There's a reason he's been compared to Magic Johnson.
Here's Lou. Pass to Morrison. The rebound by James. Here's Jupp. Offensive rebound. And it's James missing.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
A nice shot by E.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. So it's Brooklyn now. Pass to Hollins. To the left side wing. Here's Jupp. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn leading by 3. Grant Hill on the wing. Inside. Here's LeBron. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
And I think LeBron is most comfortable inside using his length and athleticism.
Hill, no good. And here's Montreal clinging at the elbow. Here's Lou. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Down low. Hill.
Grant Hill.
And he converts the layup. Hill's got the lead back up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Ball is turned over.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first half. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
3 points.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball because that really will help his confidence.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Here's Jupp. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. From deep three-point territory. He can't hit that time.
That's the end of the second
and that does it for the first half of play.
Montreal.
Brooklyn leads 10. And we'll be back right after this.
18.
Now LeBron. Pass to Howens. Right side Hill. Here's Lou.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Larson thrown it down.
And here's Brooklyn. 6-point game.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Grant Hill.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Montreal. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Here's Banton. Grant Hill on the wing.
Grant Hill.
Here's Walker. It's stolen. To the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to E. Mutombo with the ball. He takes it in.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Now here's Walker. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Stolen by Walker. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Here's Banton. Hill looking around.
Grant Hill.
For 3. Here's Lou. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Brooklyn turns it over again.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And so it's Montreal now. It's a 10-point game. Some nice passing by Montreal here. And here is Mutombo. Pass to Sanders. Now Mutombo. Here's E. Taken away. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
Jaden McDaniels.
Here's Lou. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Larry Sanders picks one up.
Foul. First team foul. At the line for 2, Yi Jianlian.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Hill left side.
Grant Hill. Assisted. Dikembe Mutombo.
Walker with it. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Pass to Hill. And here is Mutombo. Now Klingon. And it's sent back by Hill. Now here's Mutombo.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Lou. E down low. To the wing right side. Pass to Morrison. Now E. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's Benton.
Delano Benton.
Here's Lou. Now E. Here's Benton. Pass to Mutombo. To the middle.
Grant Hill. Assist goes to Dikembe Mutombo.
And here's Walker. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Mutombo inside.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Walker with it.
Brooklyn foul. Dikembe Mutombo. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Lou. Here's Morrison. Now here's Sanders.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Stolen by McDaniels.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. He never gave up and challenged the deep.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
Tyronn Lue. One shot.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
The ball goes to
Well, it
Brooklyn.
shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Brooklyn with the ball.
Grant Hill. Assist from Delano Benton.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Montreal. It's a 13-point game. Now Mutombo.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Here's Banton. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Montreal calls timeout.
Montreal calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Rizachet with it.
Montreal foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Darryl Walker. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
And they're going to have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here in less than a minute.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one.
That's the